What we have today is something which is so awesome, and it's all about photography, filmmaking, and knowing what you're just out there doing a certain field of technical. I'm talking about computer stuff. So I think to my own kind of aspect, let's get started. So got my brother here, S sign, and he's gonna just give himself some breath. So S sign, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Simon Dickson, the original one. I'm a filmmaker and a photographer based in Arusha, Tanzania. Actually, but I work worldwide. Yeah.
That's nice. That's good. That's great. Got another brother here.
My name is Frank Julius. That's my original name, but you can call me Frank J. I am.
I think I have to switch the microphone because Frank is a little bit minimal. So.
Yeah, and I'm based in photography, mostly product photography,
Nice.
but I also do some filmmaking.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. So on this kind of amazing podcast of today, it's all about discussing with you guys about the industry, how you guys was there since the start. What do you guys select when it comes to photography and filmmaking? Why not selecting a certain field which you find it's a little bit quite different? Because right now we're seeing photography and filmmaking is a little bit competitive. What do you guys think of that?
For myself, I just chose it because I thought it was a way of addressing a unique way or a unique thing to the worldwide. You know, when you come to a visual or an audio visual, it's a thing that goes worldwide, and it can be visible to anybody. The
Nice.
message can be broadcasted or been spread to everybody. It doesn't care the language. It doesn't care how you hear or how you
it's
see
being
it.
conveyed.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Nice.
For me, it was more like a way of expressing myself, I guess. If you look at how someone can express themselves, some people use music, some people use art like drawing
Drawing and
portraits.
stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Nice.
But for me, photography was a way. When I did photography, it was like I used to say I used to say capturing moments, not making only images, making a feeling. That's what photography is for me. And filmmaking is like expressing an idea.
Uh, I wasn't in the filmmaking. I was once a photographer, very, very much based on photography. But when the time goes, I came to realize kwamba film is something that is within me. Yeah, I like to change from picture into a visual kwa sababu nyingi. Unaona, nilikuja kugundua kwamba making a video is something you should be much creative, kwa sababu pia na composition nyingi. When you're talking about lighting, when you're talking about sound, when you're talking about the composition of the images, unaona. So basically nikasema kwamba I have to do filming much than photography, though I'm still doing photography. Kwa hiyo nimeona ni ku-address vizuri au ina-address story nzuri much than a photography. When you look into a video, you can tell much au unaweza kugundua kitu zaidi kuliko jinsi gani unavyosikiliza labda audio tu au jinsi gani tu unavyoiona picha ikiwa on still image. For me now, marketing has become a very crazy thing. It's really crazy.
It's crazy.
So we are trying to push more harder, be more creative, try to compensate with what clients need, try to figure out what is missing within this industry. You know, much of us doing the same thing, but it's how you address it, how you capture it, that makes us different.
I guess the basic ingredients you can add to a photo, to your photography or your filmmaking skills, I just think it's creativity. That's the best thing you can add, because in today's market, the market, I can't say it's saturated yet in Tanzania, because it's not. I just have to say this: Tanzanian photography and filmmaking market is not saturated at all. But for those who are in the market, most people do the same thing. Now, in order to stand out and be different, all you have to do is think. You have to add your creativity. I think that's the best ingredient anybody can add in filmmaking and photography.
Yeah, it's kind of cool now when we are introduced into a new technology or a new movement. We really love to get sharing of new technology against our industry or against our production kits. Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge is just in this the technology phase. I think the biggest challenge we face is how to get the technology. Because sababu if you look in our
Does
industry,
it mean that resources is the problem?
yes, resources.
Sure.
Because if you look, there every single year they introduce new technologies on filmmaking, on photography. There, I heard there's an automated cameras nowadays, cameras which can actually track if you're shooting food, if you're shooting a model, if you're shooting architecture. There are those kind of things. But I just think the biggest challenge is actually getting the technology here. But if you add technology to this industry, man, it's just life changing.
It's really important.
Really
It's
important.
really important. Unajua in this case watu wengi sana tuna fail. Tunaona kama hatuwezi kitu ni kutokana na kutoka kupata ujuzi wa kitu. Ya earlier umeona. Kwa hiyo tunaona kama kitu hiki hakiwezekani kabisa kukifanyika au tunakifanya in a low profile. Ni kwa sababu hatuna technology actually to push kufanya kitu au ujuzi ule kwamba tuna address vipi kitu au tunakitumia vipi hichi kitu. How do we change technology into our production kit mfano filmmaking umeona tuna introduce vipi technology.
Na yani ukisema kutoa only education, yes, mimi it's a yes and a no at the same time. Kwa sababu there are people here in Tanzania who have the education, the right education about this kind of technologies in production, but still, and they have this kind of technology in production, but still don't use them. Yeah.
Yes.
that's I think that's a filmmaking and photography day-to-day life.
Yeah, unajua mostly mahali tunapokwama ni kwamba if mfano I and Frank, labda Frank is having a gimbal, I'm having a camera. Umeona? So mimi kumuaddress Frank kumuomba a gimbal ili niweze kufanya my stuff, inamchukulia Frank kwamba asinipe kwamba this guy ata create something very unique better than him. Umeona? Kwa hiyo tunachukuliana kwenye industry kwamba yani sisi tuna base sana kwenye competition instead of ya kubase kwenye collaboration.
I believe that's the thing about I think in most of African countries we have, instead ya kuanza compete with somebody, think of resources ambazo both of you have, the knowledge ambazo both of you have, mkizi incorporate, and if you come up with something, one thing yani
kuliko two heads they're better than one head.
Two heads are better than one, because let's say kwa mfano Alvotolea mfano he has a camera, I have a gimbal. So what if the idea he wants to shoot, so tukakaa chini and then we're like, okay, what do you want to shoot? Okay, if we add this it will be better, here's my gimbal, and then we collaborate. Trust me, haitatoka kama alivyokuwa na think of it.
So I think hate is the one which conveys throughout if you guys are doing the same thing. But if you guys do separate things, man, you guys have good bond. In Africa.
That's true.
The thing about Africa, if you guys do the same thing, you're enemies.
If you sell potatoes and I sell potatoes, why should I give you my skin peeling knife?
Not only skin peeling knife, but how can I give you a business strategy?
Yeah, exactly. It's time that we start collaborating. Because most people, if you look around in Tanzania, collaboration ambazo zinatokea, kuna collaboration between fashion designers, collaboration between big conglomerate companies, but ukija kwenye sisi hapa creatives, collaboration yani something ambayo tuna collaborate pale ambapo I know he gains and I gain.
True.
Sawa. Lakini imagine what if tukiwa tuna like a proper collaboration, like okay, from this is a month ambayo tunatafuta all creatives in TZ tunafanya collaboration projects. Sawa. Au let's say in Arusha here, let's say tuseme like okay, there is this event ambayo all artists tunakutana with one aim to collaborate. Sawa. And then nakutana, you network, you get 3-4 heads in one project. There, that's it.
For the upcoming meets those people who are much higher than them, it's not a competition, because mfano kama mimi tuchukulia mimi ni upcoming, si ndivyo? Nikamit na mtu mkubwa, mimi kwangu nachukulia kama ni chance ya kuget more, umeona? Lakini kwa watu wakubwa nachukulia kwamba ni chance ya to depress us, umeona? Kwamba unaona sasa this guy, if I teach him this and this, au nikimshow this and this, atakuja higher than me and stuff like that. Lakini in other side, that's not what they think.
That's not true.
Umeona? Kwamba mfano kama issue uliongelea about awards, umeona? Tumekuwa sana na common names every day, umeona? Every year unakuwa na common names on photography, on model, on design, on what, yani tumekuwa ni common names.
But we don't get tech awards or anything like that. We just have those few awards in Tanzania.
Very few awards.
And we have, there is no certain field working on. Sure,
this kind of people ambao wanafanya tech sana. I really appreciate it. I'm not good much in taking, but I have a passion on it. But kuna watu Tanzania wanafanya vitu vikubwa sana on technology.
Me, in terms of photography, I'm based in product and lifestyle photography. Okay, and the one person I usually like to start home. The one person I look at his work and just go like, man, I need to get there and more. It's Osiri Kasinari. People who naweza nikaangalia fashion portraits now and just go like, man, these people, wapo wengi. Kuna kina Boni, Dani, wakina nani, Kevi, wapo watu yani ambao if you look at their work unasema like yeah. Lakini Loki bado mnajitahidi. Nasema kwenye video kama mnajitahidi. Nakubali kazi lakini bado mnajitahidi. Pambaneni.
Whose work has influenced you most?
Papushka.
Yeah, filmmaking.
Frank Papushka.
Yeah.
Filmmaking.
In filmmaking, I think it's both of us. Yeah.
My favorite work I did last year, at the end of the year. It was in Mafia, Iceland. It was a filmmaking, actually like a reporting video, a documentation. I liked it because it was one of the thing I did outside. Can I say Tanzania? Tanzania land, Arusha land.
Mainland.
Kwa sababu niliruka maji kwa muda mrefu. Kwa hiyo ni sehemu ambayo niliexplore, ilikuwa ni sehemu nzuri sana. Mazingira pia, nilishoot mazingira tofauti sana. Yeah, so it was an amazing work na nilifanya mimi mwenyewe. At the end nikafanya delivery, everybody was like, hey, hii kazi umetisha.
I think my best work was I think it was the first official product shoot. Nili shoot for it's a brand ambao I own, a friend of mine, Amy Naturals. It's a natural hair brand. That project nili shoot, it's not my favorite kwa sababu tu I shot it for one of, I think she's my best friend. Lakini the work ethic, yani the idea ya okay, I'm starting to take this product photography serious. The process of the whole process ya kufanya ya kushoot, what I learned from it. So I think that's so far in photography that has been my best work.
I'm using a Final Cut. I'm an Apple user.
Yeah.
I'm Apple user. I'm using a Final Cut. Recently I was using Premiere, but since I shifted to Mac, like 1.5 years ago, I've get in love with Final Cut. It's been my best and awesome app software.
I'm still an Adobe fan all the way.
interact to any type of camera, but recently using a Canon brand. Can't mention the brand, the actual category. Yeah. No.
No. And I believe 99% of photographers in the world didn't go to school. They only have one teacher, YouTube.
How?
I think most of it just being one of those yes ma'am, yes sir people. Like if you get a different client, like you shout like do this, all you have to do instead, if you start shouting too, then it gets crazy.
Thank you guys for listening to our amazing and watch and explore and enjoy this amazing podcast of today. And we're just signing out like whoa, and we're gonna just check you guys on the next one. And you can just check them out on their social media account, so as you can just get inspired, then get those kind of great and amazing photography workflows, filmmaking. And I think we're gonna partner one day for doing a certain short film soon. We're gonna work on certain project, and I think it's gonna be just awesome. So thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna just catch you guys on the next one. As always, stay sharp and creative. As always, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, like button, and yeah, that's what's up. And peace.